United States Coast Guard, guarding the coast. You know, I used to live with two Coast Guards, and they had duty. It was called duty. So every other weekend they would have to work for like 48 hours straight, and their duty was to basically guard our coast from invasion. Now, I used to make jokes about that. Like the Russians are coming, better get the duty, you know. We would joke about it because it seemed, like a joke. Like who would ever invade America? How dumb could they be, you know? I mean, look what we did to Japan, you know. We went and dropped the Hiroshima bomb, or dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. Obliterated those poor people, and saved a lot of American lives. However, I mean, could you just imagine the capabilities of our military today? That was, what, 80 years ago now, maybe? What, 1945, 85 years? Ironically, right now, I'm sitting on this was a World War II bunker. This was specifically built to, I don't know if you can see it all. This thing's huge. This was built, I feel like I'm sitting on, on the coast of France right now, where D-Day happened. This is how imminent war seemed back then. And ironically, you see that in the back there. It's the lighthouse. Significant to me because it's where I was married. I was married at the lighthouse, at that pavilion up there. Got married in 2003. September the 5th, 2003. I got divorced July 2018. And, divorce is not fun. It's horrible. And what's more horrible is when primarily I blame being a targeted individual on my divorce. Without getting into my personal life, if I had not been targeted, I'd probably still be married. In fact, I'm quite certain about it. I wanted to tell you TIs out there, speaking of a lighthouse's duty was to guide the ships to land. During foggy nights or what have you, they would blink the light, and then they knew where shore was. It was like a heads up. This is where we're at. And it also was a lookout from up there to see any approaching, maybe enemy ships, enemy boats. And it would be able to give the soldiers on the beach a heads up that the enemy is approaching, or give the soldiers a heads up that a friendly ship is approaching, and take precautionary whatever you have to do to get them safe. Essentially, that's what We are targeted individuals. We're at war already. It's a silent war that nobody sees except us. We're shown. We're shown how the future is going to be. So, I mean, basically, we're on the front line of a war that we're in. Just most people don't know it yet, but we're already in it. We're already being shown how the future is going to be. And I'm going to tell you this. It's not going to be no more free will. It's going to be a communist, fascist, totalitarian, one world government, one world religion, one leader, new world order. That's what it all is. And then on top of that, how do we know this? Do you see right above me? The sky is blue. Should be blue. All those fake ass clouds you see right there, they're from airplanes spraying chemtrails. Now, that's how us TIs know we're at war already, because nobody speaks of these chemtrails. Nobody. They say it's geoengineering now. NASA put out it's geoengineering, and they're manipulating. It's for global warming, and that is a bunch of bullshit. I'll tell you firsthand, what this shit is doing to us. It is filled primarily with heavy metals. I know I sound redundant because I made a bunch of videos on this, but I do feel as though this is the most important aspect of their war against us. These chemtrails that they've been spraying shit out of the skies for, I don't know, years and years. There's a reason for it, and there's multiple reasons for it. And like I said, I hate to sound redundant, but you have to stress this. Like, me personally, what happened to me was my targeting started before I knew it was starting, but I noticed these clouds, straight lines like that, always around me. And there's one right there, guy going up. And these planes aren't going nowhere. They're not traveling. There's no passengers on there. They got big ass giant jugs of fucking poison to enslave the human race. I mean, that is what's happening. So yeah, this is a war of the worst kind, because they're not declaring war on us. There's no bunkers being built to defend us. There's no way to defend yourself. And nobody seems to give a fuck, because it's not happening to them, and you just hope that, I guess these sheeple or people that just good people just want to live their life, man. Life itself is full of ups and downs and twists and turns, and and now, like, things, we have homelessness, drug addiction, crime. We have, pollution, and the highest prison rate, and left versus right, and Republican versus Democrat, and white versus black, and Mexican, and the wall, and this and that, and it's all a fucking smokescreen. It's all smoke and mirrors, man, because the big picture, bigger than anything. Like, I'm your lighthouse, and I'm telling you, and any TI will be able to tell you the same thing. The big picture is a regime that is on the low, coming to power right beneath our noses, and you guys don't see it because you have not been targeted by these people. It is the Freemasons, the CIA, the FBI, the DOA, the DOD. It is the Democrats, the Google, Facebook. It's all tied in, and their goal is control, is to control the population. Now, this is where you'll think it's crazy, but I know this because it's happening to me. Not these heavy metals, barium, aluminum, strontium, that's in these airplanes that they're spraying in each and every one of us, build up in your system. It's called, in other words for it, it's called nanotechnology or smart dust. Essentially, they're like little computers. Look, there's another plane. Just painting the sky. It's like the guy with the brush, happy little tree. They got an airplane and happy little clouds, but they're not happy, man. It's poison. Poison. Going up and down, up, down, over, blocking out the sun. You know, that's how much money these fucking evil assholes have. They just fill their plane up with fucking shit tons of jet fuel with our tax dollars and fucking poison us, killing us. Now with this smart dust, nano dust, believe it or not, it gets into your system, it gets into your brain, it gets into your blood. They meet up. They meet up with the other little nano dusts in your system, gets under your skin. It actually forms like another layer of skin on you. You get all scally looking, sort of. And they activate it on certain individuals, like myself. There's another one there. I mean, this sky will be, it'll be all white in a matter of a couple hours. That looks like, what the hell is that? Like, you know? In a matter of a few hours, the sky will be no longer blue, and this shit goes in the ocean, it's killing the fish. I mean, you guys seen where there's birds falling out of the sky, dying. Wildlife is you're lucky if you see, I mean, there's one bird, one seagull. This is a bird sanctuary over here, where the lighthouse is, and this World War II thing. You know, they're killing the planet. These people, you gotta understand, they do not fucking care about us. They want us dead. They want all of us dead. All this shit, this is when they're gonna pull the curtain, pull the chairs back. I put one of my videos where Frank Zappa said they'll remove the tables and chairs, take away the scenery, and at the end of the theater they'll pull the curtain, and there will be a brick wall. And you've been duped. We've been duped. I'm trying to be your lighthouse and tell you that you people, we people, all of us need to wake up and try to build our bunkers. Like we need to rise up, man, because this line, that line in the sky right there, that's not for fucking fun. That's not for shits and giggles. They're not spending all that money. Put that little line there. They'll draw an X right in front of me. That's what they do. So we're X Under Armour. They will just keep doing it. They'll do it all day, every day, every country, globally. This shit's global. And this nano dust, gets into your brain, then they can essentially, you become an antenna. I know it sounds nuts, but so I'm an antenna. So there's nowhere for me to hide. Like, I can be tracked with or without a fucking cell phone. They can find me anywhere. They always know where I'm going. They always know where I'm at. You know why? Because they made a map. Just like a fingerprint, a thumbprint, everyone's is different. So is your brain. Everybody's is different. They map it. They map your brain, and then they hook your brain into a D-wave quantum supercomputer. And this shit's real. You can research all this, and I swear to God above, this is all true. How do I know? I've been experiencing this shit for almost 3 years now. They hook you up into this artificially intelligent D-wave quantum supercomputer. They make a clone of your personality. And in real time, they can read your mind. They can read my mind. They can, God knows what else they're capable of. This technology is just flying off the charts. Like, they can't, exponentially, it's growing, and most people can't fathom it. They can't, they don't even release to the public what it is they're trying to do. And what they need to happen is, they want World War III. It's the New World Order, the Illuminati, whatever you have it. The kings of the earth, Satan, it's a spiritual war. I believe it's totally spiritual. Whether you believe in God or not, now would be the time to find your faith and pray that good prevails and that there are good people left in this world in powerful places that will blow the whistle, so to speak, and help humanity, because there's nothing more important in the entire history of the world than what is about to go down. We're living in the end times. The revelation, the prophecy, the rapture, whatever you have, whatever you want to call it, it's going on. It's happening now, and this is your Mayday. This is your lighthouse giving you the alert that the enemy isn't going to come off the ocean. The enemy is here. They're from within. That's how you ruin a country, from within. And it's mind-boggling how many people they get to side with them under the false pretense that they're going to lead a good life when this regime takes over. And look, no one believed the Nazis were going to take over Germany. None of those Jews thought that Hitler was going to make his manifest Mein Kampf come true, but guess what he did? He was a smidgen away from taking over the world. I'd be speaking German. I'd be doing this in German right now. And to be honest, that may have been a better option than what this New World Order is. If you go back in history, the Jewish conspiracy, this was the Jewish conspiracy. These are Jesuits behind this, the Illuminati, the 13 bloodlines, the Rockefellers. I'm not certain they're Jewish, but the Rothschilds. This shit's been going on for a couple hundred years. That's where anti-Semitism came. It was all planned to get Israel their land, and just as is the plan to take Iran. Iran is one of the last standing countries that Israel wants us to fight their war for them, and then they will take over America. And this country is in really big fucking trouble, man. Big trouble. I mean, look at this shit, dude. I mean, look at that. It doesn't, like, I mean, do you see that? Anyway, like, share, subscribe. Try to get this message out, man. Put a thumbs up, whatever. This is for real. This is no fucking joke, man. This ain't delusional talk. This isn't crazy. My mind is solid and clear, and despite what these evil fucks have been doing in my life, destroying my life, methodically.